with Ian Crane down at the anti-fracking camp at Barton. Ian, tell us what it's all about, mate.
Well, what it's all about is continuing on from where we were at Borkum during the summer, where we were successful in effectively delaying Quadrilla so that they were unable to carry out their flow test, which means that they would have to frack. And basically, although iGas are telling everybody in the community that they have no intention of fracking this time, we know that the real reason for the exploratory well is to go into the shale gas, which means they will have to frack.
So what's the difference between coal bed methane extraction and fracking?
Well, there's a hell of a difference, but iGas are actually saying that they are targeting the coal bed methane here on Barton Moss. But in reality, they're spending about an extra £1.5 million drilling a further 5,000 feet below the coal measures down to the limestone bedrock through a 5,000 foot thick layer of shale. And iGas know just as well as I do that the shale deposits are the mother lode. And the reality is that that's what they're targeting. But unfortunately, even though there are enormous, in my opinion, there are enormous amounts of gas in the shale deposits, we do not have a technology that is safe to be able to extract those resources. We're not going to stop them. Ultimately, the purpose of the camp here is to delay the process as much as possible, because obviously the intention is to show that there is no social license, which is a government and industry phrase for public apathy. There is no public apathy. We know exactly what the game plan is, and our intention is to raise sufficient awareness so that the British public effectively remove the social licence and make it very clear to any elected representative, whether that's a local councillor, an MP or an MEP, that if they support the unconventional gas agenda, they will not get re-elected.
So what would you like people to do practically to help you at the camp?
Practically, what we need is, first of all, the camp already has enormous support from the local community, which is fantastic. There's more food down here than the people here can probably consume in a month, and that's all due to donations from the local community. Obviously, the people that are camping here are not going to be people from the local area, because if you live in the local area, you're going to go home to a warm bed and a hot bath. The people that are camping here are people that have come in from all over the country to show their absolute disgust at a government and an industry that is refusing to acknowledge the irrefutable evidence of the damage that this process has caused wherever it has been unleashed anywhere around the world. And when we met iGas at the Boys Nope Golf Club on Thursday, they actually told us that it was not their responsibility to investigate the contamination and the negative health impacts that this industry has caused in the US, in Canada, and in Australia. I would encourage people to do their own research. Simply go into any search engine and just put in fracking or hydraulic fracturing, but also look at fracking contamination. And as you know, I have a weekly show that goes out on a Monday nights online called Fracking Nightmare. And if people just punch in Fracking Nightmare into their search engine, they'll find the show and they'll find a whole bunch of other information as well.
Thank you very much for talking to us.
My pleasure. Thanks for coming down.